Hey guys, how's it going? Sean here again. You keep seeing my face, and I'm actually recording in the bedroom today, working from bed while Victoria's working on the office. Anyways, I am excited. We got the slides down here for you to download, and I'm also including, there's a quick video at the end of this section here where you'll find a quick tutorial on how to actually execute what we talked about in the presentation. There's about 5-10 minute training, a little bit longer actually. I think it's about 20 minutes of how to step-by-step, in-depth, go through Facebook and set up a retargeting campaign. So check that out. And also right after this video, you'll see a recap of that special workshop and the Done For You system that we talked about on the webinar. So take a few minutes, check that out. Still a few spots available on the Done For You. So excited to see you in there. And thanks again for attending the webinar. Oh, one more thing. If there's a button down below that says Encore, there's been a lot of people who've expressed that they couldn't make it because it's Friday morning, and so we wanted to do another live Encore. Actually, me and Sean are going to jump back on. We'll do Q&A just like we did before, and go through the content again. So if you couldn't make it or you couldn't stay for the whole thing, you'll find that right below. A button. It should still be there, and if it's not, it means it's over. But yeah, look forward to seeing you on that, and enjoy all the awesome free stuff. And I want to now tell you a little bit about what I was talking about in the beginning, the 5 minutes, that a special invitation for you, because you know, me and Sean Malarkey, for the last year or so, we have kept in constant contact. About once a week at least, we are sharing our ideas. We're helping each other grow. We're arguing. He discusses like, what should we do? And it turns into a very, very interesting discussion. And we both have consulting clients that we work with. I personally love working with small businesses. So we decided to actually put together a more intensive workshop. So what you've been actually experiencing is a really condensed version. It's hard to get this all in under an hour. And I know, maybe it's a little tough to digest this all at once, and maybe it's a little overwhelming, but that's what this workshop will solve. It actually, we're going in and making it a more in-depth study of how you can create, execute, and focus in your business. So it's a 3-day workshop. We're going to actually spend just 2 hours a week. It's going to be a virtual group setting similar to this, but more interactive. We'll bring everybody on the call. We'll have up to 10 people live on the call so we can all discuss. And I'm going to give you the exact breakdown of what we've gotten here after I share with you the goal of this workshop. So we want to create the best marketing message for your product or service. We're going to actually take whatever your product or service is now, redefine it from benefit of the benefit perspective, look at your messaging and work with you to help craft a message that converts 2, 3, 4, 10 times better for your audience. Then we're actually going to go on the second day, we're going to execute. We're going to learn the tools, more specifically, how to find your audience that your message needs to go out to. And then the last day, last part of the workshop is define why you actually want to share this message with your audience. This is a big issue I find with people, is that they do all this work, they build all this great messaging, they build all these great products, and then they don't really remember why they even started doing it. And money really isn't the answer. At a certain point, studies showed, like, it's not about the amount of money you make, it's the why you're doing it. So we're gonna focus on that on the last day and bring all the different pieces together and build a strategic guide for executing it. So we talked about this already. Day one, start with the end in mind. We'll define what our business, what we want it to look like. We need to look at where we are now and where we want to be, and really get a clear picture of that. We're going to define our offer of either if you have a current product or service, or if you're making a new one. We're going to define our audience. We're going to plan out campaigns, and I'm going to show you a lot of the tech. And then in the next day, we're going to dive into the tech a little bit more. And then I'm also going to show you how to implement this stuff all super fast. I think that's a very important part, because if you can get results fast, it'll keep your momentum. And if it takes you 3 months to get rolling, that can be discouraging. So that's a big part of this, is how can we get you going quick?
Day 2, creating that message for product service and working with our campaigns, designing them, optimizing our content. We're going to address all those traffic and lead concerns that I have to with clients all the time. I know Sean Larkey with his products has to focus in on those. And you're going to get my complete sales page copy and design blueprint and all the tools that I use. I'm just going to hand them off to you. That's part of this, is all the standard operating procedures, all the worksheets that I use whenever I'm launching a product, I'm going to give to you. So the main point on the third day I want to get across here is we're actually going to make a strategic plan with you. And what that's going to consist of is why I'm doing this, all right? How I'm going to do it, literally step by step, month by month. We're going to break down why and how to execute this. And we're going to end with an ongoing execution guide, so accountability group, so that we can execute all of this stuff. So what do you actually get with the recording, with the workshop? You get the full recordings. So we're going to do this virtual because it's a time constraint. It's a pain point for people to have to fly out to either San Diego or Santa Barbara, and we want to keep it cost effective for people. We will survey all the people who want to go to the workshop and find out the best day and time. It probably be Saturday mid-morning. Just make sure everybody can get in on the workshop. We're going to make it interactive. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk with everybody, get to know your businesses specifically, and build out a nice blueprint for executing all these retargeting campaigns and messaging. You'll be able to network, and this is a big one. Network with fellow members, network with us. If you need introductions to people, me and Sean, at least in our industries, we can connect you with just about anybody you need connected with. So we're more than happy to do that. And the main thing, it's going to be fun. I think I've said that 3 times, but I just that's a big part of why I do things, is if I enjoy doing it, I'm going to stay doing it. So that's part of this. I want to make it fun, interactive, and enjoyable, but obviously we want to get results from it. And we put a little seasoning on top of all this. I don't even really want to call these bonuses because they are going to tie in with the workshop a lot, but they are extras that you get today when you purchase. We're going to throw in my Retarget Masterclass. So that's a step-by-step, everything we talked about today, all the tech, all the detailed write-up of how to do this. I'm going to give you that video course. It comes with mind maps, all kinds of awesome stuff. So if you want to go start running with this, you can start with that. I'm going to give you my new product, Ads Academy. So it's a media buying guide, video training, plus I add ad ideas to this every single day. I'll take ads that are working and put them in this members area. Sean Malarkey actually negotiated with Lead Pages to get a 60-day membership for free. So that will help anyone who needs something to help execute page building and landing page building faster. I want to make sure that you can get in there, set up a landing page and a retargeting campaign in under an hour and not miss a beat. Because a lot of times when you make a new campaign, you want to make a whole new page. And if you're held back by the tech, it's a big pain point. So that's why we're excited about that. My goal with that would be, if you purchase, I want to make that lead page fee feel like nothing. So I'm going to also include Sales Page Ninja, which is a new product that's coming out. It's $4.97. It's my sales page templates, copy templates, and design templates. So it's literally laid out. You just fill out the blanks and it'll give you a high converting sales page. Also, this last product, Know, Like, Trust, Challenge, Convert. So we all know Know, Like, Trust. I've added in a few other elements to this follow-up email campaign that is by far the best campaign I've been able to use in my business and my client's business. But it's 5 emails that if you put the sequence in place, it's going to get some epic results for you in your own industry. So I want to bring up John's little testimonial here. I mean, I showed this a little earlier and we don't have to spend forever on it, but I had the pleasure of working with John a few months ago. And he had a cool little product. He has a day job as well. He's a physical therapist. He wants a side business to replace his main business. And I had the pleasure of getting on a call. He paid my fee to jump in and show him what he should be doing from the marketing perspective. And right now he's got a new funnel in place that's rocking it. And I'll have to double check in with him, see where he is today. But last I heard, he's very, very close to closing down the day job and replacing it full time with this Hangouts that Converts product. So very proud of that. I've got a lot of clients I've worked with in the 7-figure launch phase, but that almost seems easy anymore because you have the leverage. Whenever I can come in with a smaller business and get these kind of results, I just love it. So let's talk about the pricing a little bit. Me and Sean want to make this a staple of our business. And to do that, we are going to raise the price to a $2,000 price point and maybe make it on location. But that price point, we want to make, we want to bring it down for you guys today, because I want to bring in as many people as possible into this. And I find that price point, the $497, anybody can get started. We've even included a 2-pay option. And don't worry, I'll put these links in the chat for you guys. But if you see the value here, if you see what can be accomplished by literally tweaking a few things in your marketing, not much less revamping the whole thing, which is the goal of this workshop, I think you can see that $497 price point, that investment is peanuts compared to the value that it can bring to your business. So I'm really, really stoked to be able to give that to you. I didn't even add up all the bonuses. It sounds pretty awesome, I think, but compared. So go visit that link now. I will put those links in the chat as soon as I have one more little option here for you guys. Anybody who already has a business and they're doing really well and they say, well, I'll jump in on the workshop. I'd love to do the workshop, but I also just want you guys to take over the preliminary works. I want you to set up some of the ad campaigns. I want you to, take a look at all the different pages I have and design a campaign. We have a done for you solution here, and it's at the $2,000 price point. We went back and forth on this quite a bit. My rate generally for this is $4,200, but we're going to give it to you today for more than half that. Less than half that. There we go. Those words. But we'll set up your tech, all the advertising. We're going to set up your ads. We're going to design the campaigns for you based on your current products. We're going to throw all those bonuses in as well, so you have them and you're automatically included on the workshop. So those are your options for you today. I'll bring those back up in a second, but I definitely want you to know that when you win, we win. So that's the bottom line for me. If you don't feel like you got a 10x value out of this workshop, I want you to ask me for your money back. There's no reason I don't want you to ever feel jaded. I've been there where I've purchased something, I didn't get the value I expected out of it, and I really felt jaded. I've had to do refunds and bang on people's doors. I'm going to give you my cell phone when you purchase this. We'll keep in touch, Skype, all those good things. So it's 100% risk-free, 30-day after the end of the workshop, money-back guarantee. So make sure you're taken care of. So you get all this. Here's your options. Also, you'll be included in our mastermind, the marketing revamp workshop mastermind, which will be starting in a few days. We'll get everybody in a Facebook group and we'll start brainstorming. Now, the actual event, we are going to survey everybody who purchases, kind of get a feel for when people can attend, and we're going to go with the biggest, what most people see as the time they can attend the best. So we'll probably do Saturdays 3 weeks in a row, and chances are we'll be starting mid-May, but we'll ask everybody who signs up. So those are the links for you. I'm going to leave this slide up and jump back into the chat and put in the actual links for you guys here. But yeah, Malarkey, if you're there, you can jump back in. We'll start in the Q&A portion here, guys.
Can you hear me, Sean?
I can hear you, brother. I can hear
All right,
you.
awesome. I just want to say, great presentation. It was phenomenal. You kind of went through, this is what we talked about earlier on. We kind of, Sean and I were going through and trying to figure out how to deliver the best presentation. And we knew this covered, I think you covered really kind of the big picture. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you did it. We were originally just going to get on and do all retargeting. This is how you do it and whatnot. But I feel like, for you and me both, looking at the whole picture has made the active retargeting probably 3 or 4 times as valuable by doing stuff. So Anyway, great presentation, and I know a lot of people got a lot out of it, and a lot of people got got good things out of some parts and others. So hopefully, everybody that's still here, we still have a huge percentage of everybody still here. So hopefully, you guys, since you are still here, got a lot of great value, and I appreciate it. And as far as the offers go, I'm really looking forward to those. I mean, if you're on here and you have a need for retargeting, I can't tell you enough how much just tapping into Sean's brain. And I don't want to toot my horn, but last year, in the last 12 months, we've done over $100,000 in revenue just from retargeting alone. And I've spent about 10% of that to get that. So we've had almost a 10x ROI. So we know a few things about doing it as well. And someone just said, I think they deleted their own comment. I don't know, I didn't delete it, but someone said, do people buy these things these days? And it's funny, when Sean and I put this offer together, we actually consulted some friends of ours that had businesses. And a good friend of mine just said, like, that as far as the done for you portion goes, he thought that that was a monthly price, and was blown away when I said, yeah, it's just $2,000. We'll go ahead and knock out everything for you, including setting up your ads, running the ads, testing the ads, and getting it converting and being able just to kind of have a turnkey where we hand it over. And he's like, man, I can't tell you how valuable that would be to me, because he wanted to sign up, and I told him I would be giving him the information after we did the webinar. But he said just the time spent finding a person to do the marketing would cost more than that for him, and then that person would cost them more than that just to hire them on a monthly basis and get going. So he was excited about that. So I can't stress this enough. If you guys if you have a need for it and you are not doing retargeting, just get signed up, and you will see pretty quickly there's a huge ROI. I think it's the best way. It's one of the only things, Sean, that I know that when implemented, I don't know anybody who's failed with retargeting. I really don't.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong statement, isn't it? It's amazing, because I'm like a built-in skeptic. I normally, it takes me quite a bit to buy into stuff, just because I've seen it all. You've seen it with marketing too. It's like everybody has their systems, all this, and it's not so much we're not selling a uniquely retarget angle. It's magical sauce kind of thing. It's just, we're telling you retargeting works, and we want to show you exactly how to do it with this workshop. And I agree, dude. I have yet to find something that consistently gets the kind of results that we see with retargeting. It blows my mind for sure.
Yeah, there's nothing out there that does it. And just being able to use, we talked about this, and you touched on it a lot in the presentation, but being able to use the insights that come from a retargeting audience and figuring out who your customer is and your customer avatar. That was one of the first things we did when Facebook allowed us to, do the retargeting. This has been, gosh, I want to say 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly when, but I uploaded our list, and now they have insights. So it makes it really easy to get an idea of who your customer was.
Right.
I knew when I ran when they first rolled it out, I was like, oh my gosh, if I upload the list, create this audience, I can finally tell who my audience is. And almost, not to the T, but pretty close. And how I did that back then was just upload it, and I ran a sample ad. And I said, show this to only males or show this to only females. And it was easy to me to see, oh my gosh, my audience is actually 50-50. I thought we were like 70% females, 30% males.
Right.
And then seeing the age demographics of our audience. So anyway, I can't tell you how beneficial it's been for us, and just getting to learn or know who our audience was so that we can better frame our marketing going forward was a huge benefit that I didn't see coming just from retargeting. So